Hey AfterBuzzers, thank you so much for tuning in to another Scream Queens after show here at AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we are going to be breaking down Season 2, Episode 9, titled Lovin The D. And we have a very special guest in the studio with us, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello again, our favorite AfterBuzzers here that love Scream Queens as much as we do. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I'm your host, Sam Davidson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at SamD43. Before we announce our very special guest, we got these beautiful people over here.
What's up, guys? My name is Dakota T. Jones. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones.
Hi, I'm Becca Brown. You all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
Hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel, and check out my blog, catslipstickla.com. I just did a new article, How to Get Over Someone in 15 Easy Steps.
Let's hope it's not murder. I haven't read it yet.
You'll have to read it first.
She might be the newest Chanel.
Or Green Meanie.
So, guys, as we promised, we have a special guest that was in the episode tonight, Clayton Farris.
What's up?
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
He played Link, and I'm going to have you say the last
Link
name.
Van Devlon.
Okay.
There was a lot of trouble with that name on set.
I'm sure there was.
I know, I'm sure.
Say it again.
Link?
One more time.
Van de Blonde?
Exactly. So, thank you so much for being here. We're thrilled to have you.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
What a fun episode kind of to be in.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, and before we break down this recap, I just want to ask you a couple questions, you know, about your general experience.
Yeah.
But, I mean, did you know when you got this role that Brooke Shields was going to be basically your counterpart?
Oh my gosh.
No, I did not. And that was a huge thing. I'm a little bit older than you guys, possibly.
I think we're maybe
we're maybe the same age. So I have a very, know who Brooke Shields is, have a fond memory of Brooke Shields. And it wasn't until I went in for my fitting and the wardrobe lady said, "You know who's playing Dr. Lovin?" And I was like, "No." But I know it's Ryan Murphy, so I'm like, I knew it was going to be someone. Right. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Who?" And she's like, "Brooke Shields." And I was like,
Did you call your mom?
I called my mom. I called my dad. My dad was very excited.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
That's so cool.
And I was excited. I'm a huge fan of hers.
Awesome.
And she delivered on her Brooke Shields-ness.
Yes, she very much did, especially in that slow-mo scene where she was
Mm-hmm.
flipping her hair around.
Yeah.
Hair goals.
Yeah. What did you guys think of this episode?
I thought it was one of the funniest this season yet, to be
Me too.
honest.
Yeah, it was a very, very funny episode.
Yeah, I loved
of
it.
good lines.
I know we talked about this earlier, but I think that it's kind of like if there was a season 3, I could see it kind of leading up into a different type of thing, TV show type of thing, which would be really, really cool and very interesting. So I love that they kind of played that and kind of gave it a cool spin. So we'll see if that happens. But I think that's an amazing idea for sure.
That'd be a cool idea.
And you get to come back.
Well, it seems like that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you read the breakdown for Scream Queens, it's called an anthology show, even though it's all this characters stay the same.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's what they love to do on their shows.
Yeah.
So they should bring it back.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
And bring you with it.
That's
Yes.
Well, I
Cross
mean,
my
you would have
fingers.
to be there, but I'd be worried about your well-being.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I'd
want
be
to
really
die. Even if it's just one episode, I want to be killed.
No, see, you want to go through all of
All the
season 3
seasons and then be killed.
get
Yeah, that's true.
You need, you get them checks,
Get them checks.
And before we start totally breaking it down, I also want to say I'm so sad about Alan Thicke, who played Chad Radwell's father. He passed away today, which is so sad. It was very sudden, and he was hilarious on the show, and many other things. A million other things.
Growing pains, right?
Yeah, growing pains. And I mean, I was just watching Fuller House the other night.
Me too.
And he just, popped
made an appearance
Was
on
he
it.
sick?
No, he
had a heart
Yeah, he
attack.
had a heart attack. So
awful.
our thoughts go out to his
Yes.
family and everyone, and we loved him on this
Yeah.
show. So we start with the Chanels, and first, the Chanels are together, and they're just so funny together, the three of
They're
them.
ridiculous.
Amazing chemistry. It's kind of like the Three Stooges. I
Yeah.
almost
It is.
Yeah.
They play up the
Yes.
camp factor of it, which I love.
I love
Which
campy
is the
stuff.
best.
Me too.
Everyone's
Yes.
like, "Oh, it's campy. I don't like it." I'm like, "That's
I
good."
love
That's the
it.
point, right?
It's very self-aware, and the actors are self-aware. It's a lot of fun. And then we see the three green meanies together.
That was
funny.
I'm like, ooh, there's already 3. Whoa. gotten all the reveals.
I know. I love the montage of whenever all the Chanels are running around, and then just around each corner there's another green meanie, there's another one. And I love how, like, they were getting ready to kill Chanel number 3, and then they're like, wait, and the other one tells them no, and they're doing all these hand signals.
Pound on his chest,
Yeah.
She's mine.
My favorite was when Chanel number 3 was, like, about to get killed by one of them, and then I'm assuming Cascade's green meanie comes along and she's like,
that was
wink.
The
That was hilarious.
So you are a big fan of Chanel number 3, I hear, aka Billy Lord.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's awesome.
So she was super cool on set.
Oh, super cool, very funny, and like to see her performance, I was like, because I hadn't really watched that many episodes, so to see her performance, I was like, oh, she knows what she's doing.
And she's just brilliant with her comedy.
Yeah, she's brilliant, and her lines are the best too. There was some lines that got cut out that were hers that should have been in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna call someone.
Yeah.
Does she do some improv on set with her scenes?
I don't think she really did a lot of improv. Everyone was pretty much, focused on their
book,
stuff. Yeah. I think Emma Roberts probably did the most sort of improv, like freestyling.
Yeah.
Her and Stamos.
He seems like he would do it a lot.
I could see Billy doing some improv, maybe in episodes.
Well, I just think that she says the least. She said a lot this episode, but in general, she kind of says the least, but she says the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot going on underneath. A lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
Her looks, though, and like even tonight with her little wink, and then she licked her lips, and
she's hysterical.
She is very
Well,
funny.
and it's kind of interesting. I didn't know that her character comes from like that world, like. It was the Swanson fortune or whatever, which is similar to her own story. Like she comes from a very like
a
powerful franchise family, and so that was a fun twist. Considering this is the first episode.
You should watch that episode of the first season because it's a Thanksgiving episode, and she goes home for Thanksgiving, and they're all eating their frozen meals.
In front of the TV.
Oh, Swinson frozen meal. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. It's really hilarious.
Yeah.
That was a very good episode.
But as we find out later, she kind of let them go because I was wondering, I was like, they're poor. Why, couldn't she just hit up her parents? But, We also get to meet, Dr. Scarlett Lovin, who is a former Kappa, of course.
The show title got me.
Lovin
I
The
was
D.
like, okay.
When I saw that was the title
doctor.
of this episode too, I was like, it kind of took me back. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, Sam said it to me, and I was like, "It's what?
No,
it's called what?"
doctor.
I thought you didn't even know that I thought you just sat down and I said Lovin The D, and Renee looked at me like,
What?
I was very confused.
like you can't just say that here, Sam. Like
Yeah.
Context,
Sam,
please.
We're at
Please.
work.
Doctor.
I know. And I had headphones on, and I was like, Lovin The D is the title of the episode, and she was like, oh.
Got it.
Which totally made it better, It's like, all right, totally justifiable,
Yeah. Just
I was
I
still
go around?
wondering. I was very
hilarious.
curious. I was like, "What is this episode going to be about?"
Yeah.
Wait, but has her
Doctor.
character been mentioned before?
I don't think so.
No.
They talk about wanting to be TV doctors, but they've never stated who their idol was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the three of them, are floored. And I'm assuming, in sororities, in my sorority in college, Jenna Dewan Tatum was a USC Pi Phi alumni.
What?
And she was on our, composites in the house. And so, we were all like, step up. And then we're chanting Tatum, yes! Look at our girl. She was, a bunch of years ahead of me. I never went to college with her, but I go around saying she's my sister. So...
That's funny.
I kind of get it.
Maybe people outside of the sorority world would get a little confused. She's my sister. Is she though?
Is she?
I mean,
Really? Yeah.
I think we could be sisters, whatever. Anyways, what I loved about this episode again was that we got the green meanies together. It's like we have a new Chanel's almost.
Yeah.
And they're fun together, and it's this whole crazy thing.
We do have a new Chanel. That took me a second.
Yeah, I know. And I love that number 5 didn't even realize. She's like, Chanel number, I don't know.
Chanel number,
Exactly.
That death was very brutal, I will say.
Ah.
I was like, nope.
It's getting harder and harder to watch some of these murders or the surgeries. I just have to look
surgeries.
away. It's too
I have to
much.
Instagram them because
check
they're
out-
so funny.
Yeah, check out Renee's Instagram story.
Check out my Instagram story.
Yes.
Plug.
But,
You seemed like you were very turned. You did not want to watch some.
I did normally I feel like at the beginning of the season, I was like the one who was like, ah. But now,
By now, you're
it's
like,
it's
you're
getting,
like, can't look.
it's escalating really quickly.
I'm
Yeah.
the kind of guy who it's like, I can't look. Okay, I'm looking. All right, I can't look, but I'm gonna look.
I'm normally that person.
Yeah, I like pinch
I'm like,
myself.
nope.
I'm like, do it, you baby. And I just look at it.
Well, I had to hold that photo of the guy that they did the
Oh.
surgery on the whole time, like, and I was just standing there the whole time, and every time I looked at it, it was just like, oh.
Did it look, because for me, I'm like, that's so ridiculous that I don't know if there's actually, I'm gonna think this is so campy that this is just kind of like, I don't take this seriously, so I'm not
Well,
that
the
scared
photo
of it.
looked real. If you like even pause it, it looks like a real. And I remember asking, they're like, no, that's Photoshop, but I think it was real. But like the guy in the hospital bed looked silly to me.
Yeah. And when they took his face off and stuff.
It did. It looked like a mannequin or something, or like a weird Cabbage Patch doll or something.
It looks
I don't
pretty
know.
real to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Cabbage
It's all.
Patch doll?
I don't
What were
know.
you playing with as a kid?
Yeah.
But
All right.
obviously, Dr. Lovin and her producer are.
He was amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
Who's that guy who
He
plays
was
the producer?
stunning.
Yeah.
Stunningly attractive.
I don't know who that guy
Really
is. We should find him to get him on the show.
Yeah.
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 Let's reach out
Find
to
his
him.
people.
Yeah, very, very real.
I have my own people.
He seems cool.
He really does. Will you let him know if you know
I will.
him?
I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I'll just call Brooke Shields and ask.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Speed
that
dial.
works.
Speed dial.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
They're like texting right now.
Absolutely.
I'm like sending her videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hi, Brooke.
Well, when we meet Dr. Lovin, though, she comes in and she is all about the Chanels, which I love. Usually people are like, you little bitches. But
Yes.
her, she's kind of one of them.
Yeah.
She
And-
wants to be one of them.
Well,
Maybe.
no, she was the original, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
sure.
from that world. Like, she understands the bitchy, power, rich thing.
Yes, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but she wasn't as nice as she might have seemed. And I wrote down a lot of quotes that were said about her. But, they want to do the surgery like live on air, national television with the Chanels and Dr. Holt. And it's ridiculous. And it's, again, with the guy with the big tumor on his face. And after that, first of all, we get to see the Chanels being so obsessed. Like, they were on and off crying. At least Emma was.
Yes.
Number one, like, her nose was red for a long part of it, and like she had tears like coming from her eyes when Brooke Shields was on the screen, which I thought was so funny.
Fangirling.
I mean, I might have the same reaction, to be honest.
Maybe it was
Dakota's
real.
sitting over there like,
Yes, totally.
And then we get the murder summit with Hester. Thank God we get some more Hester.
Yeah.
Hester.
Love
We got a
Hester.
lot of Hester in this episode.
Yeah,
A lot of crazy Hester.
She's kind of like the mediator of the Green Meanies, which is super funny to see because she was the original killer, and now that she's
OG.
coming in with them, and she's kind of turning against her own dad in a sense.
Yeah, but oh man.
He escalated fast.
Yeah, he
His
was like the nice
craziness.
all-American dad. And
We
then,
had all the signs, guys. I think that he was creepy for a long time, but I think that the creepiness is like, oh, this is a campy show, and some of our characters are going to be funny and oddball. But I always thought he was a little bit too much. And we all just accepted it because, first of all, I mean, Oliver Hudson is just the most charming man.
Sam
And
likes him.
you don't like him?
No,
Someone texted me during the show and was like, "Oh my God, Oliver Hudson's on this show."
Yes.
So
I know, and by the way, I just want to throw this
You're not
out
alone.
there.
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Obviously him and Kate Hudson are siblings, and they do some.
really?
Yeah, they're
Wait.
siblings. They do amazing Snapchats together.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Wait.
So who's his dad?
So I think
Kurt Russell?
they're half
No.
siblings.
Oh, okay.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Olive?
they have the same father.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Pretty cool.
Well, I mean, hello.
It makes sense, but like I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
And they're really cute. They're like really close.
Aw.
And they're always like taking photos together and stuff. It's kind of amazing. And we see him kind of take a fast turn. He gets embarrassed by Hester. Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want her to call him dad.
Yeah, he's like,
It's embarrassing.
Awkward.
Don't call me daddy. Please.
I mean, that's kind of like his most sane moment in this episode.
I guess that's a good point, actually. It really is. What did you guys think about the whole congregation that happened?
The Green Meanies Summit? Is that
Yes,
That
with
was-
Hester.
What did you think?
The funniest, most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just loved all the photos, and it was just like, all right, you get this one. And it was cool to get to know, okay, who actually killed who, because we've just
That
seen
was-
Yes,
Cool.
the Green
I
Meanie.
loved that. I loved finding who killed Chad. I think we were all waiting for
That
that,
was
one.
surprising.
Yeah, the clarification was just nice, and I was actually really surprised that Grace's dad killed Chad.
Me
I
too.
I
didn't
was surprised
expect
too.
that.
And that Hester was so like, yes, like Hester, kind of wanted to fake have his baby last season. So,
Didn't 2 people say they killed Chanel number 9?
yeah.
Is that like a
They
weird...
worked together. They basically strung her up with a bunch of IVs and like drained all of her blood.
Oh, classic.
So they like helped each other out on that one.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a spoiler or something.
No, yeah.
I will say I'm really proud of Taylor Lautner. I think that, first of all, he has improved. I think I just didn't have high hopes for him in the beginning. I love him. Don't get me
love
wrong.
him.
You mean his acting?
Yeah, his acting. I bought a cardboard cutout of him for my sister years ago.
For your sister?
Yeah. I don't have it in my
Why is it
closet.
still in your apartment?
No, but honestly, though, her and her friends, they were in high school. It is not in my apartment. You know it. They
Wait, I
trampled
think I've
me.
seen it in your
Whoa.
apartment, though.
Maybe I got one too, okay? But I definitely got her one. And they were like 15 years old. They're dying over here because they're lying.
Or is
I
We don't lie.
definitely feel like his acting has improved. For
It was
sure.
good. On this episode,
Yeah.
I had a moment where I was like, oh, he's not as bad as I've read.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, his little quips, like his little like side comments. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
I think he has good facial expressions.
That's like a insult.
Okay,
Yeah.
to be honest,
That's like a
I can't
major-
think of any other facial expression he makes aside from like the slightly concerned, but not that concerned
Yeah.
enough to like
That's
get
like
wrinkles.
my life. That's my life. Slightly concerned,
Yeah.
No,
but
it's
not too much.
That is not your face. We have a video of him from last week freaking out at the TV. It's my favorite video that Becca's ever taken.
That's his reaction.
Go look that up
Alright,
unless it's
alright,
gone
alright.
off the face of the planet.
I tweeted it.
Oh, perfect. Check Becca's Twitter.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Taylor Lautner's defense, like this is a wild screwball comedy
Yeah.
show, and he comes from like Twilight World,
Yep.
like young adult, serious werewolf. So he is stretching himself and
Yeah.
trying to and I think with anyone that'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
To
actually
be funny and to understand comedy.
Yeah, he did like a crazy movie called The Big Five or The Great Five with
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
and actually he was a total like hick, funny, like just
Like,
out
character.
there. Yeah, and I thought that was cool because we've only seen him be all serious. So he's starting to get some different roles, and it's kind of cool to see his growth.
Speaking of Twilight, not to like jump so much, but when he was picking between his mom and Chanel number 3, I'm like, this is like Bella picking between Edward and Jacob.
Yeah, it's like finally it's your time,
Yeah, you get to call the shots.
But one is your mother, so that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Sorry
I
to bring
picked
that for
Chanel
you
number
guys.
3.
Me too. And I do. And rumor alert. I think we might have talked about this before.
I don't think we did last week.
Did we? Or I know some fans tweeted it to us. Taylor Lautner and Billy Lord are supposedly, maybe
An item.
something.
An item, yeah.
Yeah,
I could see it. They're cute.
I love it. I freaking love it.
They're adorable.
Let's talk a little bit about. So of course we have Chanel. And then we have Dr. Holt. So there are some interesting things going on between them and his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Which apparently it's like a third character and then maybe a fourth character, but then the fourth character really is him. It's all kind of confusing.
My head.
That statement just confused me, but I get what you're saying. Kind
Yeah.
I have no clue what
He
you're saying.
basically he wants to murder her. It had nothing to do with the murderous hand.
Okay, now I get
He
it.
just has an urge to murder.
Yeah.
So
He
The
wants to
hand.
kill Chanel.
and the whole exchange between him and Hester, I think that relationship is meant to be.
What?
But didn't Hester say that possibly his hands could be his second set of hands could also be from a serial killer?
That's true.
Yeah, but they were like, unlikely. Maybe you
Well,
just.
wasn't it Cascade who did the surgery? So I don't trust him.
Yeah.
It's true. And that it would be Scream Queens to do that. Like, it would be Scream Queens to give him another
I'm
serial
gonna
killer's
switch out your
hand.
serial killer hand with another serial killer
Right?
hand.
I don't know. I think that they take it to a certain level, and then I think they get tired of going that high, like, craziness, and then they do another character and make them crazy. I think, like, that's all we're gonna reach with him. I mean, I think that there was photos released this week of John Stamos and Leah Michelle. At first I saw them and they were on the beach kissing, and I was like, whoa, really?
Whoa.
But it's just the episode. They were shooting the episode.
Oh, okay.
Which episode?
On the beach.
The finale.
So you think it's
I think it's
10.
I think it's episode 10, because I mean we saw
Spoiler.
them.
They're wearing robes. I saw that photo too.
Yeah.
Were you kind of like, ooh, didn't see that coming?
Well, I don't know
know.
the show, so.
Well,
But I
yeah.
assumed it was from the show because no one was freaking out about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At first I was like, whoa, Leah Michelle, get it,
Another
girl.
May December relationship.
Yeah.
I love it.
That is amazing. That's totally true. So, you know, we see them talk, and she basically convinces him that he hates Chanel and wants to kill her, and that he needs a woman to give him a little nice kiss on the neck.
She's good at convincing
Those
people
are-
that they don't like Chanel.
Yeah, she's very good at that.
A master manipulator.
I was gonna say, she manipulates.
She knows how to talk the talk, walk the walk, kill the kill.
kill the kill.
Kill the
But,
bill.
guys, okay, the only person she's ever killed is Hoffel's sister.
Chanel?
Oh no!
Yeah.
I
No,
thought
we were talking about Hester.
Oh, Hester.
I was like the only person Hester's
I
ever
was like,
killed.
But actually, Hester said tonight that she has only technically killed one person, which I was like, I don't think that's true.
Does she know how to count?
all the rest of the murders. She like oversaw the rest.
Yeah, so she just, but I really didn't know that, I guess. I thought that she definitely, you know, stabbed some people.
So
But
if
I
you
guess- I don't
are
know.
a fan of the show, this was a pretty important. There's a lot of knowledge dropped on this episode.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
especially the scene when all the green meanies met, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to pause this, and like, because they're like, this person, that there's so many people that have been killed that I don't even know who have.
But we
them
knew there
are.
was more than one green meanie.
Yeah,
right?
and last week we did figure out there was 3. That was when we figured it out.
Okay.
But to get them all together,
That was the first time we've seen all of them together
That
working
was.
together in an alliance, and it was so funny to kind of see that fizzle out because that lasted
That-
for all of like half an episode before they started, you know, going at each other's necks.
It was the first time we've actually seen Wes in the green meanie costume, yes?
Yeah.
yes,
Because we didn't see him in it last week. So.
Or we didn't know because he's been behind some of the murders, but we just have never seen his face.
yeah,
Yeah.
and again, including Chad Radwell, which was like,
I can't believe it. I was like, what?
I still had hope that Chad was somehow alive because I just love him so much. But everyone was like, no, because we know what one of the hosts of the show last season said, no, like he's dead because she's friends with him.
Oh.
And we're like, wait,
Spoiler.
are you sure?
I know, right?
No.
That's sad.
It is sad.
He could come back as like another character, and like a American Horror Story
There you go.
style way.
Yeah.
Next season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just waiting for him to start doing that because they're killing off such amazing actors.
Next season, they can all be ghosts.
Yeah, it
That'll
could.
be in another alternate universe. It'll be great.
It'll be like the villains will be like the ghosts.
Or no, it'd be
No?
here, and then they'd just be other characters, or like twins, siblings.
Yeah,
and it's
pull
like,
a younger, give him a twin.
Give him a twin or triplet.
When in doubt,
Ooh.
Yeah,
twin.
When in doubt, twin. That is like the
And-
philosophy
When
of
in
a lot
doubt,
of shows.
twin out.
twins is
Hey,
kind of
there
a
we
theme
go.
of
Twins
this
in what
episode.
show?
Pretty Little Liars.
What?
Yep.
What's that?
Full
I've
House.
never. Full House.
Yeah, but
Except
here
we don't know.
you know, here we know that like the twins from last season were killers, so we're kind of like expecting a twin.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, perhaps.
Maybe.
Are we though?
Well, I just wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Murphy whipped one out. That's all I'm saying.
But I would be more
He just
surprised.
whipped it out.
Whip
Right?
a twin out.
I would be more surprised if it were a twin as opposed to it being literally any of the characters.
I think we went
right
on
now.
a crazy twin rampage just now.
Yeah, I'm like,
it
how
makes
did we
no
get here?
sense.
I know.
Yeah, guys, let
We
us
need
know
to
what you
rein it
think in
in.
the chat. Becca is manning this, so
Yeah,
let
I'm
us
like,
know
how?
if there's
Good job,
any
Becca.
twin
Holding
talk.
down the fort.
Twin talk.
I also want to just talk about Chanel number 3 and Cascade and the meeting with Jane.
Awkward.
Yikes.
Man, meeting the parents Tough.
It's like a nightmare.
Next relationship step.
That woman's crazy.
She is.
What?
That woman is
You
crazy.
think she's
is
crazy?
so
She
good.
seemed a little
Do you not
crazy
keep
to me.
someone under your bed in a well in your room?
To me, that's crazy behavior.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Renee, I think
I know you do that. There's someone under your feet right now.
Is that wrong?
Renee,
Am I not
maybe
supposed to
we
do that?
should just like turn you in right now because you should write a blog about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
I've
next
been to
blog,
Renee's
how to
place.
keep someone under your bed for several months.
Tie them up by the feet.
It's kind of creepy. Like, she has this whole setup in her apartment.
Well,
Very
what-
like Dexter, like crazy mom, like serial killer.
Like,
It's a crazy show.
Yeah.
you know, Norman Bates and his
Oh, yeah,
mother,
yeah,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, I got some very Norman Bates feels from that relationship.
Some normie vibes.
Yeah,
vibes
Norm
for sure.
creepy. You know,
It is crazy.
Hashtag norm vibes.
It's crazy how like he brought Chanel number 3 to kind of like be on her side, and then right there just made the flip and was like, all right, I choose my mom. And
Yeah, I
it's
was-
like Chanel number 3 was like, all right, this is awkward. I guess I'll leave.
That
Like,
was like bad choice.
He's gonna
wrong
kill
with
his
her?
mom.
you think so?
like Norman.
That is not a spoiler. That's my like.
That's like your
Just like.
You're like, next
I hope
episode.
so. I hope so.
I mean, it just seems
Spoiler
like he
alert.
would, don't you think?
I mean,
Yeah.
That was a setup for that. He's gonna choose Chanel number
3. Yes.
And
So,
then be like-
but why does he not
And
know?
save Kiki.
Yeah, does he not know
Hashtag
that
save Kiki.
Zayday
God bless
is
her.
underneath? Like, why hasn't
that's-
she told him?
I said the wrong name.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he
No,
just
no. Well, Kiki Palmer is her real
He
name.
just
Yeah.
walked in
Okay.
the door. Okay, she's not gonna tell him that she has someone locked up
I
under
feel
her
like she's
bed.
been there for a little while.
Speaking
though.
of Zayday, I like how we
True.
got through like half the episode, and then they go to Zayday, and we're like, oh yeah.
She's still in there.
Well, no, they mentioned her at the beginning of the episode, and they're like, they said, you know, I haven't seen Zayday lately. Then number
Number
3
three's
was
like,
like,
she
she
lives
lives with us. Yeah, didn't even realize.
Why do they
Number
do that?
5. Oh,
Sorry.
do what? Oh, no, what?
Like, is it part of the story, or do you think it's like someone's like she got another job and like they need to write her off because she's been missing for a while,
Maybe.
right?
She's only been missing for, I guess, like this is the
she
second
have-
oh, like
episode.
why she's...
Yeah, maybe she's busy and has a
Yeah,
lot
I
going
think
on.
that she will, like, definitely in the finale kind of be
Have
the
her.
one. Because we had our suspicions about her, but
I don't
they've
think it's her.
changed.
She's been locked up.
No, I mean, it's obviously, I think we've figured them all out at this point, but now it's about, like, the saving person that's
Yeah.
going to save the day. But yeah, don't you wonder, I mean, if they're so close, mother and son, why she doesn't say, hey, got that girl locked up underneath this bed, yo.
Maybe there's some things that are
fine.
kept private.
I would
Don't.
hope.
Is there anything you don't tell your mom?
I don't know, because she
I tell my mom everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
because she said something whenever she didn't know Chanel number 3 was there. She's like, oh, I just got finished checking on, and then she stopped. So maybe she did tell her son. Maybe the son does know, but I don't know why she
Oh.
like pulled a bed over. But she's like, I just
He's
got
right.
finished checking on, and then she kind of stopped because she saw 3.
Yeah.
Chanel.
I wonder where you can buy that kind of bed, you know, like...
IKEA. That was an IKEA bed.
Easily rolled.
It's like I've seen it at IKEA before.
Are you going shopping later on, Sam?
I mean, I'm just curious.
I'd kill ya.
You could hide your Taylor Lautner stand up underneath.
It's gone, guys. I mean,
No, it's not.
well, about that. No, I more have an Ian Somerhalder one.
Okay.
Actually, I got my sister 3. It was Taylor Lautner, Ian Somerhalder, and Paul Wesley. Were a big. Well, you know, first was Werewolf.
Where do you
and,
get those? That's a good gift.
That is a good question. Where do you get
Just
those?
online, like Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
But
Cut
then
out.
Plot twist.
Life-size cutout.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
But do they come in full size, like to your door?
No,
No,
they're
they're-
folded in half.
So how do you know, Dakota?
Oh.
No, I've seen them too. They're folded in half.
Wow, I learned so much
And then they
about
have
you
a little
today.
platform with, you know, a triangle at the end. You
To
push it. And
stand.
I mean, I do imagine.
Plot
That's how
twist,
it
Sam
is.
doesn't
That's
actually have a
interesting.
sister. She's buying all of them for herself.
No, she has a sister.
Sister's under my bed.
Okay, all right.
Okay, enough of my crazy life. Sorry, guys. You know,
Dakota, what cardboard cutout do you have? No.
I think
Moving on.
Dakota actually, the real question is what Dakota has because, you know, you clearly have had a life-size cardboard cutout.
No.
It's of you, Sam.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell her.
That would be
This
awesome.
is awkward. Why would you tell her?
I know. Come on. I thought I trusted you.
Mary on the chat. This sounds creepy, Sam and Dakota. I agree.
They're
Okay.
the weird ones on the panel. I don't know.
Yeah, we're normal.
Apparently.
Just for tonight. The past week, so I don't know.
So we also have some fun scenes.
That was burn.
Well, okay, burn. I will look past this because we're on the show.
Oh, this is live, isn't it? You can't cut anything out.
Nope.
It's all out there.
Unfortunately. Anything you want to say to
Verbal diarrhea to the world.
We're live.
I've gotten in trouble a few times. It's okay.
So also there's the Chanel and Hoffel, this whole thing. Kirstie Alley, huge. I mean, she's one of my favorite actresses, so I need more of her.
She's so evil in the show. I love it.
I love her evil looks and her pursed lips.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Her big fake lips.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's just how
She's
they
great on the
rest
show.
now.
She seems like a Chanel type too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorority girl, mean. I loved her. She was great. She was
Or
fun to
maybe
work
an outsider who's always wanted to be a sorority girl but always got pushed out because she was never good enough or something.
Yeah,
She
that's
seems
it.
very she
she's
wants to be a part
jealous
of,
and
yeah.
angry towards them.
Yep.
She brought cookies on set for everybody.
Oh my
God.
god.
Like little Thanksgiving cookies.
Oh, like
What are
turkeys?
Thanksgiving?
It was right before Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? What kind
It's
of
right before
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Just turkeys and just cookies.
Aw.
They looked like
So wait,
Thanksgiving.
And you're
right?
you're like, I'm eating Kirstie Alley's cookies.
I'm she didn't make them.
yeah.
So
Thank you for
before
the Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was when you shot this episode?
We shot it, yeah.
Wow.
I shot 5 days, starting on in November. Yeah.
It seems
Right
so
before.
fast to me,
It's
right?
last month.
That's
yeah,
a quick
that's true.
turn. That's really
Yeah.
fast turnaround.
And you were
That's very
saying when we
fast.
were watching it, there were some things you're like, oh, they cut something out.
Yeah, just this. I remember some of the scenes I was in where it was we would do it so many times you would know the rhythm of it, and some of the jokes just got cut. And I'm sure it was for timing
Yeah.
because a lot of it was really funny.
Yeah.
But one of them was what I was saying to you, where
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
B stands for-
you're a heinous bitch. It was a Billy Ward line, and it was just it played really harsh on set, so maybe they just cut it because it was
Yeah.
damn.
Oh. Shoot. Yeah.
I mean, it's
They kept all my stuff though.
Yes.
And you're just
Of
gonna
course
sip your
they
tea on that one.
Good. Duh.
well, they had some cool scenes together, especially about the MCATs. They were chatting about it, and
gosh.
Hoffel was like, "I'll give you the secret. It's B. It's everything."
Round of applause for Chanel number 5.
For getting the highest score.
Yes.
And actually
not
doing
cheating.
it without
Not
help.
cheating.
Yeah.
That scene was hysterical because no one cared. No one asked. No
my
one
gosh.
cared. She's like, I didn't cheat. And everyone's
No
like,
one
okay,
ever
cool.
cares about Chanel number 5.
But that was hysterical.
That
She's
was.
my favorite.
I was-
I'm like, I care.
And this is a little bit early predictions, but the fact that she's so smart but plays like she's so dumb, but got almost a perfect score, shows me that she may be working behind the scenes doing something evil, because she plays off as oh, I'm the dumb character, but no, she's smart. She's very smart. She could be pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Well, I don't think she is
But,
yet, but
Yeah,
I think
next
now
season.
this episode she's like, I'm smart.
She's just realizing.
Yeah.
Right? Next season,
I'm smart.
I'm going to be the
So-
murderer season 3.
And also, she will be a person that they're going to want around if she can do all the smart stuff.
Because it referenced that before too when there was someone dead and she said something about an aorta.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she
yeah.
was
And
like,
I'm
how do you
what
know
are you
that?
talking about?
She's
Yeah.
like, I've been paying attention.
I've been working in a hospital for the past 6 months. And what do you expect
So have
from
the
me?
other 2. But
Oh my god, JS in the chat said, I hope number 5 kills everybody.
oh.
I kind of do too. But then Scrappy's mom says no one ever cares about number 5. We care about number 5.
Yeah.
I care about number 5.
Yeah, we love number 5.
Love number 5.
And I think it is something that one of those character developments that I've seen going on for a while. They do these little lines about her being the smartest and then everyone disregarding her. So I just think it's being a built-up thing.
It is a build. I think it is a build-up.
And there was another line that they cut from I don't know if I'm supposed to, but where they were like, you guys are all perfect for television except you, number 5. That was. So they're tearing her down.
Maybe
Yeah,
she's
I'm
gonna
building
take
the other
your
side.
place next season if you die.
Uh-oh. Now that's
Yeah,
just
she's all
mean, Sam.
Control it. I'm not gonna die. I'm never gonna die.
No,
He's not
never.
gonna die, obviously.
But maybe she goes crazy and kills everybody. I don't know. I don't know
I
how
could
the show
see
works.
it.
I mean, if I were her, I definitely would.
Or maybe during one of the live surgeries, she just like snaps and like shanks someone, someone in the aorta, you know?
Accidentally.
Yeah. And
She's
then
like, I know what that is. It's an aorta. Maybe that's all she knows is
that
that
makes my
one
neck hurt.
vein.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will say that the Taylor Lautner, John Stamos, like little clip it of them on the ground with their laptops and everything, trying to
Yes.
help Chanel
That was
and number 3.
best.
That was cute. True love, guys.
Was
Sleepover.
that okay? Maybe I'm just confused. Was that after the meeting the mom? Because didn't they take it that night? So didn't she already meet the mom? Wouldn't that mean that he already like broke up with her? Or they,
Yeah, wouldn't it be awkward territory?
Awkward.
And then
That's what I kept thinking when I saw them on the ground and saw him helping her cheat, is because they took it that night, but earlier that day is when Chanel number 3 met Cassidy Cascade's mom.
maybe they had a secret private talk, and
Made
he's
up.
like, "Look, I'm gonna kill my mom later on, like next episode. So
And she's
you
like,
don't have anything
"Good."
to worry about."
Because if you didn't do it, I was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a little dark, that one.
I think if you question the logic too much, you might.
Yeah.
Lose it.
You
Get
might get
burned.
very confused.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, we do
that
all.
happens on the show so much. We think, oh, well, they probably didn't even think of that. They're just
Yeah.
like, on to the next thing.
Yeah, and that's why, because I think comedy is just as important part of like the horror of this show. So it kind of has to go hand in hand, and the comedy and the horror have to throw a few things out the window to compromise with each other,
Right.
which
Or
is
it's just a scary horror
show.
It has to be
I
silly.
love it. And like, I mean, when I watched horror movies growing up, I laughed. Like, it was a laughing matter to me. I don't know.
Okay.
What horror movies did you laugh at?
Oh, I mean, guys, in all horror movies, it's all so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they aren't self-aware in it.
I would.
scoot
Scream
out.
Queens to me is like a comedy with horror, like with camp horror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like back away from. Yeah, that's why I sit on this
Sam.
side of the table.
Sam's very dark. Very dark. Just saying.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate all of you supporting me.
Dakota supports you. He has a cardboard cutout of you.
Yeah.
Be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As anything a girl wants is just to have a guy have a cardboard cutout of them.
I mean, maybe I'm
dream.
number 4 as
Under
far
their
as
bed.
Green Meanie. Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
Under their bed.
Yeah,
In
right.
a thing.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but you probably have like X's
down
written
there.
all over my eyes and stuff in red marker. That'd be
Ooh.
scary.
No, black marker.
Oh, see, it's clarification here.
So we know what's under your bed, Renee.
We already all know what's under my bed.
So
Donuts.
Then, yeah. Oh, I fucking. Oh.
Just don't-
Oh, you
That's
just.
what's under my bed.
That was the F. You
I would
dropped an
farting
F-bomb.
hope so. I love donuts so much.
I love
I'm
donuts.
So
I love donuts.
I don't know if there's a
Sorry.
lag and we can go beep or not. but-
Guys,
Krispy Kreme
wait.
after this.
I
Heads
did
up
not say the
to
word.
everyone in Los Angeles, they're bringing in a Voodoo Donuts at Universal City Walk, and I'm so excited.
saw
However, it said opening this fall. It is December. It is mid-December. When are you opening?
Well, to be fair,
Voodoo.
the Leafs just started changing colors, so.
That's true.
Everywhere else
That's
there's
I'm
snow.
gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Please do.
I'm
I couldn't
excited
find
about
it.
that.
I've been
Voodoo.
looking. I'm not kidding.
Crispy's good though. Krispy Kreme.
Nah.
Donut date after. No.
Yeah, let's have a donut.
All right, enough about these donuts, guys. We have 2 beautiful men that have an amazing scene, which is Wes and Cassidy. Loved it. Loved that Cassidy was, doing his little like jog, and then Wes,
Oh yeah.
That
Just-
jog.
and he's like, "Oh, so funny seeing you here," and he's like, "You've been stalking me all day," basically.
I like how
scene.
Third day.
I like how he looks like a college student, literally, when he like runs up. So
Yeah, so, and he is wearing a college sweatshirt.
yeah, he like looks all collegey, like frat boy, I guess, kind of. I don't know, sports boy, maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, can we just talk about a bit of Wes's motivation? Grace is not dead.
I know, but she's crazy, and she used to be so sweet and nice.
I wanna see Grace. I miss Grace.
Why doesn't he blame his own twin children for all the murders and not the stupid idiot Chanel? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's really not her fault. She's a bully.
Yeah.
People don't need to go for the bully. It's the people that go after everything and, take the bully and they're like, I'm going to murder someone. It's like, you can just have your own life and not care about that. Right? Am I right?
I don't think he was being very logical, as we all know.
Logic exists in this
What
show?
is logic in this show? I don't know.
Define logic.
Not the show.
Logic is making sense.
Yeah.
Logic.
Definitely
What
this
a
show.
great definition. Let's definitely
Things that make sense.
viewers.
Logic.
To
Define
Webster's
logic.
Dictionary.
Wow.
What a logical
AfterBuzz TV
definition of
exclusive.
logic.
Try to define logic really quick.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Logic.
LOGIC.
Yeah.
Really
Now
thinking
use it in
things
a
through.
sentence.
And
Thanksgiving.
yes,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
exactly. So
What else happened on the show?
well, they have a little meetup, and at this point, Wes convinces him that they're gonna pin it on Hoffel, but at that point, did Cassidy just agree with it because he was there and was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna appease you"? Like, what happened between then and then when they killed Wes, him and Hoffel?
That's what I was
changed?
wondering. I was like,
So, well, wasn't it during their
Secret
talk, their run? It's whatever he said in the run, right?
Yeah.
Right,
And
and-
he seemed like he was on his side, and then, back to the frying oil, they decided to corner him and throw him in.
Well, you know what they say. Don't trust a serial killer.
Okay.
sounds like good advice.
Who says that?
Everyone. Do you trust?
They.
They. Define they.
That's what I say. That's my quote. That's what I always tell people on my inspirational Instagram.
See, Renee, I think that makes me nervous about who you really are. Because if you're worried about that, well,
I'm just safe.
you do a lot of online dating, so I do get that. As do
Don't
I.
trust serial killers.
Yeah, if
That's
they
like in your profile on
Don't
Yeah.
go on
Tinder.
dates.
I don't trust serial killers.
If you're a serial killer, swipe left.
Swipe left. And if you're a serial killer, move on.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
I don't trust you.
They would definitely just take advantage of that and come get you.
You don't think my warning works well?
No, I think that attracts.
Yeah.
man.
They'll be like, definitely not a serial killer.
Yeah.
I
Let's
would,
meet up tonight at your place.
I would agree with that.
Bring your earmuffs.
Yeah.
Muffs. Oh, God. I brought my muffs tonight, guys, but I left them in my bag that's over there, so I'm really upset. I know.
I got so mad when Cascade's
Other bag.
mom.
It's
Other bag.
it's in the black bag over there. There's some muffs.
Cascade's
He's got your
mom
back.
was dissing Chanel No. 3's earmuffs, and I got so mad.
Nice.
Muffs.
Those are
Like,
amazing.
you don't diss Chanel No. 3's earmuffs.
I know.
There we go.
I also will
Look how
say
stylish Sam is.
Those are
I
fancy.
actually
You're
thought
so
that
cool.
my muffs tonight looked a lot like number 3's muffs.
They
Can
did.
you stop
yeah.
saying
She had some
muffs?
bling on them. Some
Yeah.
muffs. Just some muffs.
Puffs.
So we see that Wes dies in a very weird way.
Mm-hmm.
He basically, is like, fight
like, "Bye."
on, and then jumps into, the steam of death.
I would try to
of
maybe
being
jump
fried.
over them, confront them, push them, but no,
Yeah.
he just is like,
He's like, eh.
he's like, dive on in.
Honestly, it makes me think of his entire first season character so differently.
Yeah.
It's
Me too. I'm gonna go back and rewatch season 1, and I'm gonna be like,
it's gonna make me really uncomfortable.
I know. Knowing all we know.
Knowing
Too
everything
much.
we know now, I know.
Yeah.
His last words were playlist.
Yeah.
And I know.
Did anyone
I don't get
understand
it.
that? I didn't.
He had a thing with playlists. He loved
Yes.
making playlists. He made a playlist for everything.
Yeah.
He did?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. I do remember that. And
You think there's like some story if you go back and listen to the songs that tell that
Who knows?
Wow.
Maybe he left
Maybe.
clues.
Tell the story of his life.
yeah,
Maybe
web
he left
series.
clues.
Gotta
Yeah.
find his Spotify.
Oh God, that'd be amazing. Actually, I would love to see his Spotify. I'll look for it, and if it's not there, I'll create it.
Yep.
There you go.
Well, Munch was devastated, or just very sick. I think she was devastated by his
I was
death.
sick.
You were sick.
when I saw his
Burnt
face.
body.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was upset, rightfully so. But she also has this crazy disease,
called
which
Kuru.
Kuru.
Yeah.
I think that she's never had. I think that it is psychosomatic or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like
I-
a hypochondriac or something.
Yeah, definitely. I think
mean,
so.
What is it? She ate.
She just like faints. Is that all of her symptoms?
No,
And that
it's-
just started happening this episode. Like,
yeah.
seriously.
And the first time was fake. We know that was
Yeah.
fake, right?
Yep.
So, I'm not sure.
But I think that she thinks it's real, for sure. I don't think that she thinks she's
think-
faking it.
I think it's one of those things that she thinks it's real, so it's happening because You know how when you think
mental
when
illness.
you're like
Hypochondriac.
when you're like
No. There's a what is it called? Illness brought on by proxy. What is it?
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
No,
when you like
yes,
think you're coming down with
can look
something,
it
so
up.
you type in your symptoms
Yeah.
on like Google, and then
you
you
just go
start
down
having
the
like
rabbit hole.
other symptoms because
This
It's
is
what
WebMD.
Cassidy had. He had. I can't remember what it was. It's not by proxy. By proxy is when you do it upon someone else, right? But
Renee's
you
gonna start
have it.
working at the
I took an
hospital next
abnormal psychology class, so I remember this one. It's what Cassidy had, where he like thought he had it, and then he got symptoms
So I guess
because he thought he had it.
Renee's the number 5 of the bunch. We've all been debating.
Scored really high in that. Whatever.
So she's the smart one.
Yeah.
placebo.
It's like the week of birth control that you take that are just sugar pills.
What?
What are you talking about?
That's placebo.
Yeah, that's placebo. You take a week of birth control, and they aren't real pills. It's when you're supposed to.
Yeah, there's sugar pills.
Yeah, that's a placebo. They call them placebo pills.
Never heard of that.
I know Dakota's like, I don't know
Definitely
anything
gonna
about
be
this.
They just give you like 5 sweet tarts.
I just saw it in the
Yeah.
chat.
Delicious.
Definitely gonna be looking that one up.
I think we basically wrapped it up for this week. Before we get into predictions, we'll
we
talk
didn't even
about
talk about anything.
Yeah, right?
nothing at all. Want to talk about you a little bit
Me?
more? Yes.
Okay, I like that subject.
Wait,
Yes.
who is this guy? What is he?
I know.
Yeah, well, he just like came in.
I think he's our producer, and then he's just sitting here, and now I'm confused.
Are we recording this?
So, is there any? Well, you were on a episode of American Horror Story last season.
Yes.
For Hotel, so you've never met Ryan Murphy.
I haven't.
But he
I met Lady
apparently.
Gaga.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, my scenes with her.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That was cool.
That's cool.
So,
That's awesome.
what was it like to work with such iconic people all around you?
I mean, it's insane. So I've been on a few TV shows, but this was a pretty juicy, it was a top of show guest star role. So it was a good sized role for me. So just to get thrown in with all these people on the first day, I show up. It's John Stamos, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kirstie Alley, Brooke Shields, Emma Roberts, Billy Lord, Abigail Breslin, and me. But it was fun. I mean, it was like, if you're gonna do this and play and act with people, you want it to be people like that are like
exactly
good at what they do, and they run a tight ship. So it was. I mean, I don't know. My reel is like me and Lady Gaga. Now it's gonna be me and Brooke Shields.
That's an amazing reel to have.
Yeah.
I covet your reel.
Right.
That's amazing.
So
Wow.
it's been fun, and I mean, my dream is to be on like a Ryan Murphy show as a recurring or series regular character. So like, I'm gonna keep plugging along.
That's amazing.
This way. I want to be on
that's
Feud.
awesome.
Next season.
I mean, he
Queen's
obviously
next season.
likes you because he picks his people, I think, very carefully. And you were on season 5 of American Horror Story. You're on this.
I was on this, and I was almost on an episode of Feud, which is his new show that's about to come out, but I didn't. I was on hold for it, and I didn't end up getting it. So I'm hoping to be like.
Maybe it's because he is planning on you being on the show next season as producer of
Van de
Lovin The
Vlon.
D.
Yes. I thought like it was just so funny like how uptight you were, and like Chanel was like screaming at you, and you're just like, oh, like just you were so like, okay, Lovin's dead, gotta move on to like bigger and better things. You were just like doing whatever was best for the show.
Yeah.
Your character was hilarious, and I think that they could do a lot with it. It wasn't one of those just like throwaway characters. It was like
I
had
agree.
substance and depth, and like the way that you played it off, like you did an
Appreciate
amazing
that.
job.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a really fun
Plus,
character.
he's alive still after this episode, so
Yeah,
like,
and
that's a plus.
Most people die, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be so fun to go head to head with the Chanels and like try to like one up them with their like crazy.
Oh, that'll be.
And then-
totally do.
That'd be
and
awesome.
then somehow get killed. So we'll just hope season 3. If
Yeah.
anyone's, is this a camera? Where's my camera?
This one's
I'm
yours.
just kidding. If anyone's
the camera?
watching, make a season 3 so we can come back. So you can have this show. And I
Yes.
can be on that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. On that note, let's
Perfect.
get into some predictions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Becca.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
The green lights.
Like the green meanie.
We didn't plan that.
No,
It just
You
kinda
guys can
happened.
see this too, right?
it just happens. It
No, we
just
don't see it.
happens.
Okay, cool. Well done.
I'm like, I can't hear anything, but I have earmuffs on, which is part
Thank
of the
God
problem.
it's cold in here.
Okay, Renee, let's start with you.
Okay, so I think something very dramatic has to happen in the finale. Is it really? No, it's the winter finale, and then it comes back after break.
I don't know.
I don't think that's
Season
it.
finale.
Yeah,
Is
season
it-
finale.
So it's going to be season finale, and then they're going to. There's no plans for like a season.
That's what it said. All I know is it said season finale
Oh, okay.
on
Okay.
that last bumper.
I'm gonna give a really weird, far-fetched prediction because I think anything could happen in the show. I think you guys were right about Cassidy Cascade killing his mom, and then I think that number 3 is gonna kill Cassidy Cascade at the end.
What?
Oh.
Why?
What? I don't know. I think she's gonna have one of her moments. She's like, you keep trying to kill my friends. I can't do this right now.
And then shank.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
That was a big one. I just pulled a Becca. I
That
really
was a
did.
big old boy. You just
Did they
like.
just play a horse?
That was
they're sound
that was a
guns.
sound effect. It's all good.
All right, Becca. What about you?
While she composes herself, I'll go. I think that my biggest prediction is that, I feel like something big is going to happen there. Cassidy is either going to commit suicide or have to either kill one or the other. Because it's so obvious. Like, this mom's saying, we got to kill Chanel, number 3. So then it's either he's going to kill his mom, he's going to have to kill her, or he's going to kill himself. And play the whole Romeo Juliet type of thing. And then maybe she does the same. I could see that happening.
I agree.
I like the prediction that Cascade's gonna kill his mom. I don't want
I love how we're rooting for this. Like,
Kill your mom.
She's evil. Sorry.
that's true.
She is.
So is he, though.
I don't want Chanel number 3 to kill Cascade because I ship them and I want them to live happily ever after and get married. Even though he's kind of insane, but and
What about?
I would like to see Hester in the green meanie suit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, she.
Now there's one that's extra and lying around.
Why would Munch be faking an illness?
I think she really thinks that she has an illness. If,
I think
if
she's
not,
insane.
then she's got some ulterior motive that she's doing this for, which may be revealed next episode.
With that being said, I do think she thinks she has an illness, but she also brought the Chanels into the hospital very willingly, and like she had this plan. We are still not sure why she did that.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would you
true.
do that? I agree with you, Dakota. It's going to be a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing with number 3 and Dr. Cascade. But I think I could see it next season. Like, number 3 is constantly going to be like, and my dead boyfriend, Dr. Cascade. Like, she's just going to be like, he just had to go. I don't know. And she's just going to say it so deadpan. And she'd be like, my dead boyfriend, constantly.
My dead boyfriend.
Yeah. It's just going to be a thing. I don't know.
Unfortunate accident.
What
he
do you
died.
think is going to happen here in this series? And just the future of it.
I think I agree just from watching what I've watched that that the mom's gonna die
Yeah.
soon,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that Chanel number 5 is gonna kill all of them
Oh my gosh. I think that's maybe next
and
season.
take over. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
And take over.
I feel like that
I
might
agree.
happen next season. I don't think they're ready for that quite yet, but I think Chanel number 5.
There seems
will
like there
be.
needs to be like a shift of power.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Chanel number 5 needs to get her comeuppance
Yep.
She does.
somehow.
Come up in.
She's a
I like that.
queen.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. On that note, where can again we find you on social media?
Yeah, check me out at ClaytonFarris.com, Farris, or check out my web series, MyWhiteBoyfriend.com.
Ooh, and he has some really awesome Instagram photos.
Yes.
I'm on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm
follow
on
him.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Social
He
media.
used to be a big
I used to be a
Viner.
Vine star, but it died.
Yeah, R.I.P. Vine.
R.I.P. Vine.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Force them out.
What about you, Renee?
Hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Renee Ariel and check out my blog catslipstickla.com and read how to get over someone in 15 easy steps.
Hi, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. I just did a fun little series with Lindsay Shaw from Pretty Little Liars. You can check that out there. And yeah, just see me all my stuff there.
And you guys can find me, Sam Davidson, SamDavidsonEntertainment.com, Twitter and Instagram, SamD43. Gotta give a shout out to Clever Kim's Curious. They sent me this awesome, you can't see it probably, it's a skull necklace. It's a skull
Nice.
choker. Very much like the green meanie and the red devil. So shout out to them. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And next week, Renee will be taking over for the finale because we will all be away for the holidays. But
Yes.
I I will be Skyping in, and our good friend Lucretia will be here in the studio.
Yes.
So thanks again, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.